rights work and my journalism. The corrupt judge gave me 10 years for saving a young girl's life. Now the DOJ wants to put me in a communications management unit where they can restrict my journalism and stop the truth from getting out. I'm hoping that you'll hear me, and that many people will petition their U.S. ambassador to stop the lies, protect the kids, and stop the DOJ. Many thanks, G.
Well, in 2013, Martin Gottisfeld there hacked the Boston hospital network in a bid to help the Connecticut teenager Justina Pelletier. Her parents had raised the alarm over her treatment, and the hack attack helped raise awareness about her case. Here's a recap.
Right now. Please let me go home right now. I need to be home with my family.
She has been totally medically abused. Finally, common sense prevails.
I just don't know how this really happened because it doesn't feel like it's real. It feels so good to be home. I want to help a lot of people, so it was hard and tough, so I don't want anyone else to be put through the same thing I got put through.
We also talked to the wife of the hacker, Dana Gottisfeld, and she thinks that what happened was deliberately misrepresented.
You know, the government and the judge have tried to frame this case as a wanton disregard for human life, when that's a huge misrepresentation of what happened. Justina was denied her pain medication. She was in agony 24/7. She lost the use of her legs. Like, her parents were afraid she was going to die, and for good reason. We've seen other kids in that Beta 5 psych ward die. Instead of the hospital respecting the parents' wishes, they started to become strange. They started to become very overbearing. They took custody away from the parents. They had monitored calls. They wouldn't let their daughter speak about her conditions. They tried to get the parents to lose complete custody and get the daughter adopted. What we have here is Boston Children's Hospital using institutional abuse on children, and they should be recognized for doing that, and they should be called out so they can start, a healing and transformative process rather than trying to bury it. And I think that, when you're doing the right thing, when you're on the right side of history, you can say what you want about trying to make Marty look bad, but, Justina can now walk today, when at the time we weren't sure if she was even going to live.
In January, Martin Gottisfeld was found guilty of cyber attacks, and he was sentenced to 10 years in prison and was ordered to pay $443,000 in damages. He's now being held at a detention centre normally reserved for terrorists. CIA whistleblower John Kiriakou says, though, that Martin is being treated this way because of what he revealed.
I think this has been done to Marty because, like any other whistleblower, when you blow the whistle on waste, fraud, abuse, or illegality, or threats to the public health or public safety, you're rocking the boat. And Marty has made a lot of enemies in the Justice Department, in the state of Massachusetts. People don't like when somebody from the outside points at them and says, what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is breaking the law. Marty embarrassed a lot of people. And in the end, when these investigations have been completed, the investigations proved that what Marty told us was true. Marty was the good guy in this entire experience. It was the government that was wrong. And so just in order to maintain their own sense of importance, or their own sense of being the boss of this whole situation, they crushed the whistleblower. And with Marty, that's exactly what they've done. He can't speak to the press right now from Brooklyn, and he certainly will not be able to speak to the press from Terre Haute, Indiana, for the next 10 years.
In other news, people have been laying flowers and toys and